But you are right, there are some questions today that people are raising about some eyebrow-raising comments made by the president about potential treatments to fight the coronavirus. During yesterday's White House briefing, Mr. Trump threw out several potentially dangerous ideas, including using UV light and disinfectant inside the human body.
Supposing we hit the body with a tremendous, whether it's ultraviolet or just very powerful light, and I think you said that hasn't been checked, but you're going to test it. And then I said, supposing you brought the light inside the body, which you can do either through the skin or in some other way. And then I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning?
The maker of Lysol is stressing that under no circumstances should a product like Lysol ever be administered into the body. CBS News chief medical correspondent Dr. Jon LaPook joins us now. Good morning, John. Can you set the record straight on the president's potentially dangerous suggestion here that ultraviolet light and disinfectant be used to treat the virus?
Hi, Anthony. Yeah, just because something works outside of the body doesn't mean you should bring it inside the body, where it could potentially cause severe damage. You mentioned Lysol. I remember when I was a medical student, there was a young boy who accidentally drank it and his esophagus got very scarred. I know that the president said intravenously, but here's the problem. As a professional, as a doctor, I'm very careful about the language that I use. Medicine is an eternally humbling profession. And even when I think I've said something perfectly right, people can misinterpret it. So the last thing you want is somebody hearing this kind of a statement, and then being very ill themselves and saying, you know what, I'm going to just give it a try. So you have to be very careful with language. And even when you are careful, people can still mishear you.
John, the White House is also touting these new lab results, which have not yet been peer-reviewed, but they suggest that heat and sunlight could slow the coronavirus. What do we know about this?
Well, we've known that the virus likes it to be dry and cold, and it doesn't like it when it's hot and moist. So people have wondered, gee, I wonder if when it gets warm and moist in those areas of the country, if it'll just go away, or the world. In Singapore, though, and in other areas of the world where it's warm and moist, the virus is still out there and multiplying. So we can't rely on that. And one of the problems, again, about this suggestion is people hearing it and saying, oh, go out in the sunlight, and no problem. I don't have to do all the other things, the social distancing and wearing the mask and things that we have been suggesting. UV light, especially UVC, has been used. It's very short-waved, and it can fry the virus, but it can also fry the body. It's used for certain skin conditions, UV treatment, but again, you have to be very careful about how you do that.
All right, Dr. Jon LaPook, thanks very much.